So in this chapter, I've covered some basics about how you would apply your ActionScript knowledge to JavaScript. But the goal of this course is not to teach you JavaScript from scratch. And what I wanted to do now is to share some really good resources that will aid you in learning more about the JavaScript language. Well, one of the best resources available is right here on lynda.com, and that's the JavaScript Essential Training title. This title has all types of really in-depth information about how JavaScript works and is a really good foundation for learning JavaScript. One of my favorite books is called JavaScript: The Good Parts by Douglas Crockford, and his blog is also a very excellent resource. And this book goes through a lot of the weirdness about JavaScript and explains how you can approach JavaScript coming from other languages. When it comes to documentation, I would say Mozilla by far has the best online documentation for JavaScript. If you just go to developer.mozilla.org and then go to the JavaScript section, there's a JavaScript guide, which is actually a really helpful resource, but then just a JavaScript reference if you just need a good online reference guide for how to use JavaScript. Now, there are tons of great little utilities that you can use for JavaScript, and one of the best is called JS Fiddle. And this is essentially a small editor right inside of the browser that allows you to test out little pieces of JavaScript. So I can just come in here and start writing some JavaScript. Let's say I just want to pop up an alert. I can just type that, run it, and we can see now it pops up. And I can actually put in HTML code here and see the final result. And I can also put in CSS code. So just for trying out small pieces of JavaScript, JS Fiddle is a really good resource. Now, in general, I find one of the best resources for programming, regardless of the language, is Stack Overflow. And this is just a place where you can go and ask questions, and a huge community of developers will try to answer your questions and can comment on the questions and responses. So from the main Stack Overflow website, if you just scroll down and under the tags, you can just click on JavaScript, and that will take you to any questions that have been asked surrounding JavaScript. But again, you can just come in here and search for, let's say, HTML5 Canvas, and it will bring you to all of these questions regarding Canvas. And I think you'll pretty much find any answer you're looking for on Stack Overflow because it's such an active community of developers. So these are just some of the resources available to you if you want a more in-depth look at the JavaScript language.